tech review and listen to me being all professional and stuff. Yeah, right. Okay. I just want to start out by letting you know what I've been working on. If you've watched the any of the videos on the PRAXIS wet bench made by the company PRAXIS, awesome company, nice wet bench. First one I've ever had actually like this, and I'm really enjoying it so far. The last video I did was on, I kind of piecemealed together a water cooler. You can step back and check out that video, and while you're there, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It really does help the channel, helps me move on. I ended up picking up a water cooler, actually not a water cooler, a radiator from made by a company called Alpha Cool. This is a 45 millimeter. It's about double your standard AIO water cooler, and the company I got it from, great company. They were really helpful. Mod my mods. I'm not getting any payment from anybody, and I'm not even being sponsored by them. But long story short, I kind of cannibalized the water filter. I took a Cooler Master, got some hose in, put some fittings on. It was really easy to fill up with the drain plugs that it has in it. It's all copper, everything. What I can tell you is, you don't want to mix different types of metals with the chemicals that are in the solvents. Now you can use distilled water with these, but you really don't want to do that because it won't last as long. So what I'm going to do today is I am putting an Asus motherboard. It's the Strix B550-E gaming. It's the higher end of the B550s in the Strix. The F looks identical, but the whole configuration internally is different. Putting 16 gigs of DDR4 crucial ballistic memory, 3200. I'm gonna be using a Ryzen 5 3600 CPU. The reason being is I like to do, when I flash BIOS, I like to see what's going on with the monitor. I could do it with it just sitting on there. You don't need a CPU, nothing. You stick in the thumb drive, you hit the flash out button, boom, you can flash your BIOS. I'm going to be throwing a 3090 on it, which is really way overkill, but it's all I have right now until I get a shipment of stuff in. It kind of stinks, but it is what it is. All right. I mean, I guess I won't have no problem benchmarking it. It's an EVGA XC3 3090. I guess it's definitely not their flagship, but it's definitely not. It's probably in their lower end area of their these GPUs, and to be honest with you, it's still one of the quickest cards out there if you're going to be going by 3080, 3090. Alright, I'm using some new video software, so bear with me. I haven't used this software yet. Hoping it works out alright. Okay, first step. What we got to do is put on. I already put the CPU in and dropped a little bit of get out of there. And dropped a little bit of thermal grease on it, but I ended up taking it off. I just wanted to check something with it. So with this, it's really nice. I mean, it slides right on. Well, we're going to kind of put it on all together. Bingo. And it comes with these little, ouch, oh, bite me. It comes with these little aluminum kind of circular nuts. Yeah, you just kind of, if you really need them, You can spin them on, it holds the board down. I normally don't even use this stuff, but just for giggles and stuff like that. I'll put one on each corner to give you an idea. So now we have the B550 sitting on there. Wow, this fits nice. I like it. Okay. Okay, what you want to do when you are doing this is normally the first thing when something, even if you're doing it on a cardboard box, the first thing you really need to do is you should put the CPU on and get that out of the way. So I'm just going to put a little dab will do ya. That's more than enough. You just put a pea-sized dot on there and that's plenty. I really am happy with the way this came out. Not bad, not a bad deal. Okay, so the best bet with this is always put the one hardest to get at on first. Turn it down a few notches. Is that even taken? Please tell me you're taken. Yeah, see, sometimes they come out too far and they kind of hang on that lip. So you got to give them a little start. I'll do the same with this side. There we go. All right, so we'll put this on first. Well, I've got my Cooler Master facing the back. Okay, let's get you down, 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 down. All right. When you're putting these together, make sure in the directions it'll show you. See, this sucker didn't take again. You gotta. These things are a pain in the. Okay. All right. So that's why I say put the hardest one on first. Because you gotta kind of get them just right. And you gotta always make sure, there we go. You gotta always make sure that in these brackets that go on these water coolers, make sure there's a little tabs. Make sure they line up right. And when you're putting these in, it's really, you don't want to go, you don't need to sock this down. You go thumbs tight. Okay, this one was already pretty tight. You go finger tight. You got to be careful because these plastic CPU holders, the stock ones that come with these boards, when you use this type of holder, those things break easy. I've snapped them before. Time for a hit of coffee. Yes, thank God for Java. All right, so here we are so far. Next step, I am going to end up putting in 4 sticks of RAM, but not today. But first, let me get to something. Okay, so we're using this CPU uses for lighting. You don't even actually have to use it. You can pretty much get rid of it if you want and tuck it away somewhere. But myself, I'll do all the wiring later. It's got a little notch on it, which tells you want that to go towards the 5 volt area, so it would go this way. Always follow that little notch. Yeah, I got some glue on my finger there, and that will go right in here. if you can find it. These little holes are a pain in the. That's 4, yeah. Okay, boom, slides right on there. That's the thing about these. They slide on easy, but they also fall off easy. And we have our 3-pin power connector. Sometimes you see them with a 4. That's for PW. The PW was it PWN, something like that. Anyways, it's pulse modulated power. Basically, the 4th wire, when you have 4 pins, is for allowing the board to control your fan speed. But when you're using a pump, you want to put it to the pump, to the one that lists pump, because you want 12 volts constant. You don't want it going back and forth, regulating the speed of the pump. It's basically made, that's why it says pump on it. It's basically made to have full power all the time. It keeps the water flow. So fan optional could be used, and pump. Okay, so we'll just go with the pump. Both of them, the fan option and the pump, they're both constant power. Okay, so I got these all plugged in. Now for thermal paste, there's 2 types. There's MX4 compound made by Arctic. I'm not sure if this is the Arctic. Let me see, Satisfaction. Arctic Silver. Okay, this is the compound. This is an acrylic. I prefer an acrylic based, for the reason being is Arctic Silver, the original, like Arctic Silver 5, Arctic Silver 4, the one before that, they have aluminum in them. It would be nice if it was silver, but it's not. They have aluminum in there, and aluminum's conductive, so if you're going to be using it on a wet bench, something like this, and you're going to be taking parts on, taking parts off, putting parts on, back and forth, whatnot, you want to, it's better to use a ceramic compound, because it's non-conductive and you're bound to make a mess with this stuff. I mean, this crap gets all over freaking everything. It's the only thing about it drives me nuts. Again, now on most boards you'll always see on the DIMMs, it'll be marked which DIMM slots they go in. And I know a lot of you are out there probably shaking your head saying, I know all this crap, and I'm sure you do. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm sure there's a lot of people looking for good information or some information on how to set things up, so it'll help them. So now we're going to put in the 2 sticks of RAM. I think. Is it going to go in? No, I want it outside. You always want to get 2 good clicks out of it. You can tell on the gold strip, you can see the shorter side. Normally the shorter side goes down. So you get 2 clicks out of it when it's seated right. 1 and 2. Again, short goes to the bottom. Did that get in there right? Yeah, I hope so. 1, 2. Click, click, click. Clickety clack. Don't look back. Oh, I hope I don't get a ding against me for copyright infringement on an old song. So basically, good memory, no RGB on it, and really for something like this, who cares? I mean, even though RGB does make it go a lot faster. I don't know, somebody told me that. That's not true, John. Alright, so we're getting there. There's not a lot to it. It is like a puzzle. You put it together, the fits fit, the pieces fit, you got to plan it out. But again, it's also like a race car. I've always looked at it like a race car. And you're not going to get good performance from a race car unless you plan out what parts are going to go with what. So you always want to try to get things to flow good together. Somebody was telling me, oh, go with the 4000 memory, go with 4000 instead of 32. Well, 4000 doesn't work. They make it, doesn't work. Now, can you tune these up and get things to go a little quicker? Yes, but the 36 works. Is there a 38? I'd have to look that up. But anyways, the 4000 is always an issue. I don't know why. Okay, so now we do have our pump, we have our memory, we have our CPU, and now we are going to put on, voila. Oh, I didn't get the plastic off of this yet. Ouch. Okay. So, basically, I like this board. It has nice brackets, metal support brackets that go around the PCIe 4.0 slots. There's already an M.2 in there. Oh, I haven't taken the plastic off of that either. Oh boy, I gotta take all kinds of plastic off of this. Okay, I only put a small one in there. I only put a 256 gig because it's only going to be for testing, and I've got a couple an SSD on it and an HDD. So same thing here. You want to line it up. You make sure the little fluffer valve is pulled back. Fluffer valve. Okay, and when you seat it in, you want to make sure this back clicks, but you push to the front first. Try to keep it steady. Bang! Clicks right in. Fits like a glove. Okay, what I do with the little clipsy things came with this. Where'd you go, you little crumbs? I had them. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, I got them somewhere around here. Oh, right there in front of my face. Okay. It comes with some nice little nylon with aluminum threaded thingy-majiggers in it. Okay, so this goes back. You gotta kind of move this. This could be a little sturdier. I think I'm gonna put a little support bracket on that somehow. I mean, it's okay, but I kind of would like it to be a little sturdier. And I screw right on. And these, all they need to be is thumb tight as well. You don't have to go crazy with these. I am trying to make my videos shorter because I've been taking little classes online how to do streaming and videos, and they say people don't like to go much over 20 minutes. It's pretty much their attention span before they start getting bored. I'm not saying anybody's dumb or not. I'm just saying I even get bored. I get bored all the time. I'm bored now. I'm bored now. That's why I'm doing this, because I'm freaking bored. Okay. Had to step away for a second, folks. Okay, I'm not going to fire this up today because there's a few things I've got to do. And so I'm just going to put this together. Okay, as you can see, basically this is what you get when you put in a 36, or even I think it comes with the 56. But again, I wasn't going to use a 56 because I'd have to flash the BIOS. These things, they do the trick. This ain't even the good one. They make one, the Wraith makes a better one than this. And then this, take this shit off. Excuse my French. Take this crap off. This stuff's garbage. I mean, it might be okay if you're going to just run stock and you're not going to do nothing heavy gaming and nothing, but long story short, this stuff's garbage. But, you know, AMD, thank you for putting it on there, or Wraith, or whoever the ingenious idea it was. Okay. Alright. Next up, we're going to put on, does it reach? Does it? Oh yeah, it reaches. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we're going to put our 24 pin. Yep, I don't want to block the way. Okay, it clicked on. We got ourselves a little. Okay. And over here we have an 8. Now there's an 8 and a 4 on this board. I've seen people overclock the snot out of these things and never put the second CPU power cable on. But again, having the extra one, if you have say an 8 and a 6, an 8 and a 4 like this one, or in 2 8s I've seen, I'm sure there is a reason for it, and it does help disperse the power throughout the board more efficiently. Okay. But this works just fine. I've never seen it fail. I'm good to get on there. You know something? I just can't stand the way they put them in 2 pieces. One of them ought to be solid. Well, I guess they don't know. They're just covering their cuisines. All right, you know what I'm going to do? Again, like I said, I'm not being sponsored by anyone, period. Oh my God, what am I talking about? I picked up a new webcam, and I know, professional video, and I'm not a professional, I'm not saying that, but DSLRs and mirrorless are the way to go. It gives you a great quality picture. So I have been going through webcam after webcam after webcam until my brain was ready to pop. And then I went over to Alpha Gaming and Prime Video are my 2 favorite channels for learning. These guys are awesome. And I watched on Alpha Gaming. He does a lot of product reviews, and he talked about AverMedia webcam. This thing is huge. The lens on this is like 4 times the size of a regular webcam. And all in all, it's the size of this box. It's not small like a little Logi. It's big and it's heavy, and it is hands down. Videos, it's $250. It's not cheap, but the only way you're going to get better quality than this is go out and get a DSLR or something, and you would be very lucky in this day and age to find a M50 by, I think it's Sony, that isn't starting out at $600 used. And that's cheap. That's beginner level. You can spend thousands. But anyways, the picture quality on this thing is, oh my God. It is probably as close to a DSLR or a mirrorless camera that you can get. The thing is that people forget a lot, I'm just kind of getting off the subject real quick, but I'm going to say, is when you're using video, lighting is everything. Lighting is everything. I didn't believe it until I watched Prime Video, Alpha Game. Those guys started saying, hey, listen, you ain't got good light, it's going to give you a crappy picture, and they were so right. I worked on my light, I tightened it up a little bit, even out here though it's not that great, and what a difference. It is so clear and rich. I mean, just, hey, $250, it's worth every penny. I don't care. This thing is the best webcam in the world. There's never been a better one. There never will, I don't think. $250, but it's worth it. If you want good video, your audience wants to look at good video. Do you guys want to watch crappy video? Hell no, you don't. Okay. So we got the cables in. We got the CPU. We got the memory. We got all that good stuff in there. Oh, look at this. Jesus, I got more plastic on it. Plastic. I got plastic everywhere. Okay. Now what did I have left? Can someone tell me? Oh. Where was I going to put this thing? Oh. So, again, That's what I love about this workbench. It's awesome. Now, normally I would want to run, and I would run 2 separate PCIe cables. But for this episode, I'm going to just put, I don't know if I should go, yeah, I guess I could do it that way. Okay, I'm just going to use one. It will work this way, especially if you're running 3, I wouldn't. If you have 3 8-pins, but this way, why the heck not? Again, there's another one of these bloody, okay, you gotta line it up. It's kind of got a little click in there, and snaps in, snappity snap. Okay, are you gonna go on, you little son of a, okay, oh, it must be me, I'm crooked today. I'm seeing crooked today. What in the holy snot? It does say PCIe, right? Yes. Okay. Okay. It's just not lining up right. Okay, there we go. In. You know, these things, they got to be lined up just right. I mean, they got like a little notch in them, and they are a pain in the buttkits. Okay, so we got 2 in, 2 in. And then this fan over here, this is just to blow some extra air down on your components. It's nice to have. It comes with a little 3-penny system. Fan header, you got your speakers and everything there. You know, you just kind of just like yeah, kind of like that. Okay, and it goes right on like so. Oop, it'd be a little easier if I took the freaking wire off. Yeah, okay. So there we have it. This is a nice little handy thing to have too, especially when you want to start doing RGB. This will take PWM and ARGB. You put your SATA in there, run all your cables in, and over here it has, this is a reset, and this one right here goes to your motherboard. You want it to go to your motherboard, and you can use your little controller thingy-majig. And it's really a time saver. I've got another one in here that just does ARGB. And as far as all that goes, this is another thing I like to use. Is I use these little, it kind of helps if you come around and like get in the right place, you know. You got these little thingies right here for ARGB or RGB. But you know something, if you got an ARGB or you got an adapter plug and it's got 4 in it and you want to use ARGB, it won't hurt you to use this. The 3 plugs will go in. Just make sure you put your arrow to the positive side. That's all, and it will work fine. So yeah, there's plenty of. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of places on this board. Over here, over there. Okay, but regardless, we don't need to do that today. This board has Wi-Fi 6. It has, and I don't even know why they still make these boards with HDMI and display ports. Nobody really puts a G chip on these things. Got a little RGB on it here. I do like the little digital LED on here to give you, you know, gives you codes for error messages and stuff. It has 1, 2, 3. It's got a BIOS flash, which is 4. It's got C. USB-C, another USB, it's got the Wi-Fi 2.5, and then, well, it's got 2 USB-Cs. This thing's got 3, this board's got 3 USB-Cs because this one right here goes to your front panel. So you got 2 in the back. Wow, that's great. If you use a lot of newer components, that's what they have, like that AverMedia camera. That's, the plug is USB-C. It has an A at the other end, but C at the part that plugs into the camera. Awesome. I picked up a 20-foot extension for it, and I was planning on using it today, but I'm still going to get my OBS and all stuff set up. So, well, I got it set up. I just kind of too lazy to have to use it today. Okay, so pretty much that's about it. We've got, I am going to put a 5950 on this, and it's going to end up with more than enough RAM. I am going to put 32 gigs. That's 16's plenty. 32, just to be on the safe side. And the only reason I will put 32 is because I will be doing some video editing. So once I get it up and running, I will add the other sticks. You're best to start out with just the minimum amount of sticks, because if you don't, you probably won't get a post, because to run it, a lot of these boards, especially the B550s, you have to go into the BIOS and set it into that XMP mode, and if it's not, you won't get a good post. So so we'll take a little quick look around at it. What I do, one of the things I really like about this is you have a reset power built onto this thing. Look how thick this bad boy is. If you go by the outside, that's 60 millimeters. It's thick, but you want to know something? I don't care if it's 100 millimeters thick. Once all the temperature gets to ambient temperature, room temperature, I'll be honest with you, it is what it is. That's what you're going to get. Okay, so like I said, we have our USBs, your BIOS flash. We have a BIOS switch back here. That's what you're going to push in and hold to flash your BIOS. Unless you're using the Q flash, then you don't got to worry about that. You just stick it in there, done. More USB. I think that's 2.5. Your Wi-Fi 6. Your sound, another USB-C over here. And not too many people still use this unless you want to put a sound system on, which is nice. And I'm surprised it doesn't have as a digital out fiber optic. Huh. Okay. So you can see how this sets up. Beautiful, huh? I like it. Do you like it? I hope you like it. All right. 3 fins. I'm going to end up putting some cables on here from Asia Horse. The reason I always go with Asia Horse is because I do a lot of exchanging of parts, and Cooler Master makes awesome, very easy to use, very flexible, nice looking, measured great cabling, but they use more of a cotton material, and if it gets dirty, especially like with me and thermal paste, you can't get it out once you stain it. Asia Horses is more like, it looks identical to like a sleeved cable, but it's kind of like, it's got a little pattern on it, but it's made of nylon, so it's easy to put a little bit of alcohol or Windex or whatever floats your boat, and voila, you know. So there we have it, folks. I think I want to start it so bad. Oh, I want to fire it up. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. That's enough, John. Stop it. All right. I hope everybody enjoyed this. Again, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. It's free. I hope my videos are getting better. Leave me a comment. And anybody wants to know anything, send me an email. My email's on there. Leave a comment. Ask me a question. I'm here for you. I ain't here for me. I ain't getting paid for this. I just like helping people out. So everybody, stay safe. Have a good day. Peace.